Do you believe in mysteries that remain unsolved? Have you heard about the West Mesa bone collector? 15 years ago, in 2009, a chilling discovery was made on the West Mesa of Albuquerque, New Mexico. A mass grave, a silent witness to a horrifying crime, was unearthed, revealing the remains of 11 women. This grim find sent ripples of shock and fear across the nation. But who was responsible? The identity of this ruthless killer, this so-called West Mesa bone collector, remains shrouded in mystery. Equally baffling are the circumstances surrounding these brutal murders. Despite countless investigations and the passage of time, the answers remain elusive. It's a haunting riddle that persists, a dark cloud hanging over the West Mesa. Imagine, a mystery over a decade old, still waiting for its answers to be unearthed. Who was the West Mesa bone collector? We may never know, but the search for the truth continues. From land, we move to the mystery in the air, the disappearance of Flight MH370. On a seemingly ordinary day in 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur, bound for Beijing. There were 239 souls on board, their lives about to merge with one of the most confounding mysteries of modern times. The aircraft, a beacon of human achievement, simply vanished. Despite the most extensive search in aviation history, the aircraft's location remains unknown. A myriad of theories have been proposed: mechanical failure, pilot suicide, hijacking, but none have been proven. The lack of concrete evidence has only deepened the mystery. The families of those on board continue to seek answers, their hopes ebbing and flowing with each new piece of information. The vanishing of Flight MH370, a modern-day aviation enigma that continues to baffle us. Now, a mystery from the land down under, the Somerton Man. In the closing months of 1948, a lifeless body was discovered on Somerton Beach, Australia. The man carried no identification. His labels were removed from his clothing, and no missing persons reports matched his description. Adding to the intrigue, a hidden pocket in his trousers contained a scrap of paper reading "Tamam shud," a phrase meaning ended or finished in Persian. Despite extensive investigation, authorities were unable to determine the man's identity or cause of death. His fingerprints and dental records matched no known individual. The "Tamam shud" note led investigators to a secret compartment in a car near the beach, where a book was found with an enigmatic code yet to be cracked. Today, over 70 years later, the identity of the Somerton Man and the meaning behind the note remain unknown. The Somerton Man, a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. From a single man to an entire family, the Villisca Axe Murders. In the quiet town of Villisca, Iowa, the year 1912 bore witness to a nightmare that would echo through the ages. 6 members of the Moore family and 2 houseguests fell victim to a brutal attack, their lives extinguished by the merciless swing of an axe. The chilling detail that intensifies the horror of this case is the absolute mystery that shrouds the killer's identity. No one knows who committed the heinous act. Not a soul can fathom the motive that fueled such brutality. The only certainty is the palpable dread that lingers in the wake of the gruesome event. Over 100 years have passed, yet the Villisca Axe Murders remain an unsolved enigma, a dark stain on the fabric of history. The Villisca Axe Murders, a century-old mystery that still chills to the bone. Our next stop, a long stretch of road shrouded in sorrow, the Highway of Tears. This is Highway 16, a somber name for a route that cuts through the heart of British Columbia, Canada. It's not the road itself that's infamous, but the stories it holds. Since the 1960s, numerous women, mostly Indigenous, have disappeared or been found murdered along this haunting stretch. Despite the passing of decades, many of these cases remain unsolved, the victims' voices silent, their stories untold. Some estimate the number of victims to be in the dozens, while others speculate it could be much higher. These tragedies underscore the systemic issues faced by Indigenous communities and the urgency of ongoing investigations. Yet the mysteries persist, each one a chilling reminder of the fear and uncertainty that looms over this highway. The Highway of Tears, a haunting testament to lives lost and mysteries unsolved. We have journeyed through time and across continents, delving into some of the most perplexing mysteries of our world. Each tale, a chilling reminder of the unknowable, the ungraspable, and the inexplicable in our seemingly ordinary world. We began in the arid expanses of Albuquerque, New Mexico, where the haunting specter of the West Mesa bone collector lingers. 11 women, their lives brutally cut short, their stories buried under the desert sands. The identity of the perpetrator, the circumstances of their tragic end, still shrouded in a disquieting silence. Then, we took to the skies with the enigmatic Flight MH370. A modern marvel of technology vanished without a trace, leaving behind a trail of questions that continue to baffle investigators. Its final resting place, the reasons for its disappearance, remain locked away within the vast, unyielding expanse of the ocean. We traveled back in time to the shores of Somerton Beach, Australia, where the mystery of the Somerton Man still lingers. A single scrap of paper reading "Tamam Shud," our only clue. His identity, the cryptic message, remain elusive, like whispers on the wind. In the quiet town of Villisca, Iowa, we revisited the chilling tale of the Villisca Axe Murders, an entire family and their guests, brutally extinguished. The killer's identity, their motive, lost in the annals of time. We journeyed along the highway of tears where countless women, mostly indigenous, have vanished or been brutally murdered. Their fates, their stories remain largely unsolved, echoing along the desolate stretch of road. And finally, we turned our gaze to the stars, where the WOW signal continues to baffle scientists. A potent radio signal lasting for 72 seconds, its origin remains unknown, a cosmic mystery that continues to captivate us. As we close this chapter, remember that every mystery is a challenge, a call to look deeper, question more, and never stop seeking the truth.